Hi there, hope you have a fantastic day today. This lesson I will teach you how to graph exponential functions. Of course, there is a PDF file versions on the description below for you to download so you can work with me. Otherwise, let's go straight into it. First one. So we need to sketch y is equal to 2 times 3 to the power of x. Now, first of all, we need to know the behavior of the graph y is equal to 3 to the power of x first. So we know that the behavior of the graph of y is equal to 3 to the power of x is this. It's just a rough sketch, okay? So this is y is 3 to the power of x. But then if you double up, that is times 2, okay? So 2 times 3 to the power of x. So the behavior of the graph is exactly the same, but because of 2 times 3 to the power of x, the graph is just steeper, that's all. So in another word, we just need to change the value of y. So 3 to the power of x, this y-intercept is 1. But now we're not sketching this, we sketch y is equal to 2, 3 to the power of x, right? So of course the y-intercept will be changed, because if x equals 0, so when x is equal to 0, so this means that y is equal to 2 times 3 to the power of x, so x in this case is 0. So any number power of 0 is 1, and 2 times 1 is 2. So instead of 1, this is 2. And I label this is x-axis, and this is y-axis, okay? Now what I do now, because I did not put number on the Cartesian plan, so what I do, I just locate a couple more points, okay? That's all you need. So when x is equal to 1, so this is 1 here, and y is equal to 2 times 3 to the power of x, so x becomes 1, so that becomes 3 power of 1 is 3, and 2 times 3 is 6, so that should be 6. So just roughly, okay, so this point here is 1, 6. And you can locate another point if you like. So let's just do it, okay? So let's say x equal to -1. So that becomes -1. And that becomes, we bring the negative index down. So 3 to the power of -1, we bring it down. Become 2 over 3 to the power of 1. But 3 to the power of 1 is 3. So the answer is 2/3. Otherwise, you can just put down a calculator, 2 times 3 to the power of -1, and you should get 2/3, okay? So -1 2/3, roughly. Okay, so -1 2/3. There you go. This is how you sketch y is equal to 2 times 3 to the power of x. Second one. So we need to sketch y is equal to 3 power of x minus 1. So if you think about it, now remember index law. So if we have a power of m times a to the power of n, that will give me a power of m times n. So therefore we know that 3 to the power of x minus 1, this is exactly the same as 3 power of x times 3 to the power of -1. So from the index law. So what I do, that because of 3 to the power -1, I can move the 3 to the power -1 down, it becomes positive index, okay? So that is just exactly the same as 3 to the power of x over 3. Because of the negative index, I can bring it down, becomes positive index. So 3 power of x over 3. Or we can also write like this, 1/3 of 3 power of x. So that's what that meant, okay? Again, we need to know the behavior of 3 to the power of x first. And we know that 3 to the power of x is like this. It's just a quick sketch. So the behavior of this graph is this. For 3 to the power of x. So let me just write this down. This is 3 to the power of x. So therefore, the y-intercept is here. So when x is 0, y equals 1. So this is 1 here. But now what we do, because we graphed y is equal to 3 to the power of x minus 1. So let me change that. So minus 1. So that means y equal 3 to the power of x minus 1. So when x equals 0, so this becomes 0. So 3 to the power of 0 is 1. And 1 times a third, or a third times 1 is a third. Okay, so this number here is a third. Otherwise, you can also substitute 0 in here and become 3 to the power minus 1 and put that on the calculator and you should get a third. Okay, so that is 1/3 for y-intercept. And because I didn't put any number on the Cartesian plane, so I need to locate a couple of points on the graph. Okay, just remember that. So I'm going to try x equal to 1. So when x is 1, y is equal to 3 to the power of x. X is 1, so become 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So that becomes y is equal to 3 to the power of 0. And any number that power of 0 is 1. So that becomes 1. So the point is 1, 1. Okay, so 1, 1 here, roughly. Just a rough sketch. Okay, 1, 1. And we can locate another point if you like. So let's try when x equal to -1. So when x is -1, so that becomes -1 minus 1. So that will give me -2. So 3 to the power of -2. So you can put that on a calculator. Otherwise, from index low, we'll bring the index down. So that becomes 3 to the power of 2. So 1 over 3 to the power of 2. And we know that 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So 1 over 9. 1 over 9. So the point is -1, 1, 9. So roughly here. So just roughly. Okay, so this is -1, 1, 9. So let me just label this x and y axis first. So there you go. This is y is equal to 3 to the power of x minus 1. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. Hi, I'm back. How do you go? So let me go through it with you, okay? Before I do that, please do not forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe if you haven't done so you can help me to grow my channel. So let's get into it. So first of all, we need to know the behavior of 4 to the power of x. So 4 to the power of x is like this. It's a rough sketch, right? And the y-intercept is 1 because y is 4 to the power of x. So when x is 0, 4 power of 0 is 1. So this is 1 here. But we're not going to do that because we need to sketch y is equal to 4 power of x plus 1. And you can either locate a couple points by using a calculator, or if you think about it, this is exactly the same as 4 power of x from index low. Right? Okay, so times by 4 power of 1. And 4 power of 1 is 4. So that is exactly the same as this. So 4 power of x. So when x equal to 0, so 4 power of 0, this one here, becomes 1. And 1 times 4 is 4. So the y-intercept is 4. So instead of 1, this is, we change to 4. So there you go. Now we just locate another point. So now what we do, we pick any point you like. You can either pick 1 or 2 or -1, -2, and so on. So easier if I locate the point x equal 1. So when x equal 1, so this means that I change that. So when x equal 1, so this become 4 power of 1 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16 because this is power of 1 as well. Okay, when x equal 1, so this replaces with 1. So that becomes, so the answer is 116. Okay, so 116 roughly here. So 116. So that will do. Otherwise, you can put another point. And let's just try another point. Let's try x equal -1. Okay. So when x equal -1, so this becomes, this the 1 power 1. And this is -1. Right? So therefore, when -1, 4 power of -1, you can just bring it down, become 1 over 4 and times by 4. So the answer is 1. Otherwise, you can just put that on a calculator. So you can just put y is equal to 4 power of x, but x is -1. So -1 plus 1. You can substitute into this, okay? All this doesn't really matter, okay? So become 4 power of 0. So 4 power of 0 is 1. So 4 power of 0. But 4 power of 0 is 1. So the point is negative 1, 1. Okay? So negative 1, 1 here. So negative 1, 1. And let me label this x-axis, this y-axis. So there you go. I hope you got it correct. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.